Good afternoon, this is Bob Iaccino coming to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago. Talking currency futures, we're going to talk about the British pound a little bit today. British pound is down from the highs, finishing today just lower about 0.5%, just over 0.5%. And it is down from the highs that we saw, the Wednesday high close and then that Thursday spike high, both of which were levels that were the highest we'd seen in the pound versus the US dollar since about June of 2015. So now in the last couple of days, we've got the pound down about 1.3% against the US dollar. So it's a pretty significant drop at this point. Part of that drop definitely associated with Theresa May, British Prime Minister, and some of the trouble she's having going further into the Brexit negotiation. There is a slight rebellion within her own party, and these troubles are surfacing again as we get into phase 2 of Brexit negotiations with the EU. There are people within her own party that are asking her to fire Philip Hammond, who's the Chancellor of the Exchequer, and he's a very responsible economist and very highly regarded member of the UK Parliament. So Theresa May firing him would be kind of a big blow to her and a big blow to the coalition that she formed. But again, her party is putting pressure on her to do this. This is putting pressure on the pound, again, down 2 of the last 3 days. We also have the dollar pausing. We've got the dollar index rebounding a little bit today. Really not enough to call it a strong dollar day. It was up about 0.5%. The index itself, again, I mentioned the dollar was actually up against the pound by a little over 0.5%. The index the same. And this dollar pause obviously is going to affect the pound, as that's the highest opposite pair in the cash market that the pound trades against. We've got the State of the Union coming up. So the State of the Union is going to drive dollar direction in the next couple of days, seeing if President Trump comments on some of the fluctuations and volatility that himself and his Treasury Secretary have caused in the US dollar value since January. So the State of the Union will be highly watched to see if this dollar pause becomes a rally or just that, a pause in a continued downtrend for the dollar, which will obviously have a huge effect on the pound itself. This is Bob Iaccino talking currency futures, talking British pound specifically from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago.